Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another puzzle solve. Today, very special puzzle indeed. A few months ago, we had solved a puzzle box by the name of Lucia's Village. And if you remember this, it was this giant whimsical box that sort of unfolded into a tiny sort of miniature village. Ended up being a sequential discovery. So much fun. Well, the people over there made a follow-up, which is this one today. And we're going to read from the letter that I was sent. This is from Coralie and Fred Rimbaud in France. It says, "Hello, Chris. Some time ago, you discovered Lucia's lock-in, the village. Today, we invite you to travel back in time and shrink down, experiencing Lucia's world from an entirely new scale. Are you ready? Let's return to the time when you first met Lucia, in that seaside village before you discovered her box. Thinking back to Lucia, you recall a rather discreet, even secretive woman. Yet, your shared passion for puzzles quickly brought you together, forging a strong friendship. Remember, Lucia lives in a small apartment just above a cafe overlooking the pier. In recent months, she's been extremely busy and has seemed particularly mysterious, almost unreachable. The few times you've had coffee at her place, the table was always covered with plans, sketches, numbers, and handwritten notes. The morning, you're awakened by someone knocking at the door. Half asleep, you open it to find a letter accompanied by a book placed on your doormat. Immediately, you recognize Lucia's favorite bookmark protruding from the book. It's the beginning of an entirely new chapter. Have fun." Okay, so to begin, we've got this sort of book, I guess. Right, there's the spine of it there. I guess it goes like this. I guess this is the front of it. Wow. A little map here. Okay. This is the bookmark. Okay, before we get into this, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's read what's in here. I haven't opened this yet. Okay, there we go. That's what you gotta do. Okay, we have yet another QR code that we'll have to scan. So the first puzzle that we did with these guys, there was an online component, which I thought was really cool. It was a web app that you scanned, and it gave you a timer, but it also, if you wanted clues, that's where you would gather them as well. So it's probably the same thing. It is time for me to tell you about the Mustets, a people shrouded in mystery, often considered nothing more than a legend. I assure you they exist. Like my sister Leonie before me, I've always aspired to be one of them, but to achieve this, I must succeed in the lock-in challenge. A lock-in is a box containing a medallion protected by a series of puzzles. The goal is to create one. The great Mustets masters will only examine this box if it sparks curiosity and compels whoever discovers it to push their limits to retrieve the medallion. This high-level challenge is the only way to receive the teachings of this incredible people. My turn has finally come. My lock-in is ready, and in a few days, I will know my fate. But something is wrong. Leonie recently warned me, a lock-in is a coveted object that can turn into an obsession if the wrong person learns about the Mustets. I discovered marks around my lock, as if someone had tried to force it open. Someone wants to steal it. I had to leave the village, leaving my lock-in safely in the vault of my atelier. It is protected from any malicious intrusion. It is now up to you to retrieve my creation and protect it at all costs. I have modified my door's lock. The combination of my favorite places in the village will allow you to enter. A map of the neighborhood might come in handy. If in doubt, remember a good reading often helps to see more clearly. Once inside, look for the letter I have hidden. A post-it near the phone will tell you behind which trapdoor to find it. Everything you need to know is in there. You are my only hope of completing this quest. Your keen mind and unwavering loyalty would make you a formidable Mustets disciple. Scan this code to deactivate my door's alarm. I'm counting on you. You've just activated the system. Disengage it before the timer runs out. But the timer's going up, so I think we're safe. From what I see here, okay, there's a floor plan. This looks like it would have been the village, right? Then we have colors. We've got a number here. Aha. Perhaps. Okay, so we have the different places of the village as well. As you notice here, if you haven't watched that last video, go check it out. But there was a fishery, there was a train station, there was a sort of apothecary. So I think this is where we got to start. Let's see if, first of all, that bookmark comes in. It does not. Okay. Okay, so it's giving us the map here. Cool. That's the map. Right. What do we do with that? We have this here. So how do I translate this to this? That's what I want to know right now. I got to translate this map, which is here. And it says, I have modified my door's lock. The combination of my favorite places in the village will allow you to enter. A map of the neighborhood might come in handy. If in doubt, remember a good reading often helps to see more clearly. A good reading. Okay. Reading what? Reading what am I reading? Okay. So you got arrows here. That's where you got to line them up. So blue is here. Blue to yellow. Yellow to green. Green to red. Red to yellow. They all go to yellow. What does this have to do with this? That's what we got to find out here. My favorite places. But how do I know what order her favorite places are in? You know what I mean? And a good reading. Does that mean... Oh. Ha 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 ha. Now I see. A good reading. You need the bookmark. Nice. Okay. Oh. Cool. Oh, look at that. And that must be the map that's there. So, green would be... Let's give it a second here. This is this way. So green would be the lighthouse, I'm guessing. Or not. No, hold on. No. It looks like green would be the fishery. Blue would be the apothecary. And then red would be the lighthouse. Cool, let's try that out. So, fishery is the top one. So fishery is blue. Green. Let's go green. Blue would be the apothecary. And then this one would be the lighthouse. Fishery, apothecary, lighthouse. Yes. Whoa. How cool. Whoa. This is so sick. Okay, lots to go for. Oh. Got a little cube here. It's got some animals on it and some letters as well. Probably goes in here at some point. We've got this. Now, what did they say to look for? Once inside, I have hidden a letter. A post-it near the phone will tell you which trapdoor, will tell you behind which trapdoor to find it. So a post-it near the phone. Okay, there's something in here. I just want to show you guys. There's a bit of a thing here. Okay. Oh, here's another one of those cubes near the phone. Where's the phone? Oh, this is cool. Dude, so many things everywhere. A post-it near the phone. I'm reading that correctly, am I? Once inside, look for the letter I have hidden. A post-it near the phone will tell you behind which trapdoor to find it. A post-it. Oh, these are post-its. Oh, is this a magnet? No. This looks like it might come off. Huh. Okay. We've got those animals here, by the way, as well. We've got this chest here that has a cipher on it. We've got this tall sort of structure, what seems like a couch over here. This potentially where, you know, these go into, and then this here, which also has words and just symbols that are associated with those words. Oh. So this comes up. And this opens. Okay. Don't know if I did that in the correct order, but there you have it. So this little thing I pulled up, and then the drawer came out. And inside the drawer... All right, we've got some letters. We'll get to that in a second. I really want to read this post-it. Is there a drawer here that opens? So the only thing that seems to be moving on this is this here. Okay. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to find this post-it note. Look for the letter I have hidden. Is this the letter? That's a book, so I don't think that that's a letter. Oh, that shows you right here. That's the post-it note. I see. That shows you, lift that up and pull the drawer out. This would be the letter. So maybe this is where we're supposed to be. And we have this, whatever this is. This also seems like it would help us decipher, you know, perhaps this over here or this. So it's that N symbol, which do we find here? Yeah. And what is this? Okay, we have that N symbol there, which is in the book. Okay. And that's the one that's circled. We've got this as well. And then we've got this. And we have this. These letters, these ones actually show up here. But why in this order? Does that have something to do with this? There's this couch here as well. Got the animals. On the sides, too, there are a whole bunch of engravings. Although I'm not sure if that's just decorative or part of the puzzle. It's a little misleading. Oh, on the front of it. Sorry. Yeah, this is one of those puzzles that I'm going to have to do this a lot on. But on the front of it here, there are holes. Those holes... Yeah, if the cubes are put in properly at the right spots, they can reveal. See, that cube doesn't even fit like that, so it couldn't be that way. AIV. I might be shortcutting something here, so let me pull this out. This is pretty tight, though. Oh, and it does have that spiral on the bottom of it, which is found here as well. Okay. The spiral has to do with this, with these two cubes. And it's going to give us a word. That word is then going to be found on here. That is going to give us a symbol. The symbol is going to be used here. And that's part of the next puzzle. I think we just figured that out. Cool. So we've already got one of these. That one's done. Put that aside. This one, however, is interesting. It goes from inwards to outwards. Spirals here. Now I'm looking on the side here, and it looks like there can only be a few options. So what if we start with... What if this is the outside of the cube, right? This is kind of hard to understand because it's like 2D and 3D. So that's clearly that bear. What does it have to do if you put them together? Like these two together is a bear. So we got to know which animal we're looking for. Like, look, here's the deer, for instance. See, if I were to put those two in, that one doesn't even fit. Oh, there we go. See, if I were to put those two, oh, but it's a deer here. Ah, I'm looking for the deer. Now I get it. Okay, so the deer that's here, let's see if we can find it. That's the deer, has antlers here. So boom, boom. This seems to go in here. This goes in here. UKPIK. 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 And it's this symbol here. This little squiggly line. Brilliant. Okay. Last thing we need now is this one. What the heck is this one? What haven't we used? We haven't used this over here, really. Can this be a key somewhere? This one here has been kind of left out. But that might just be for the locking mechanism. How about the couch? Oh. Oh! The couch has the telephone. We couldn't see it, but the phone is here. And so the post-it note is hidden behind the phone. Here we go. And that is a pier. Okay. So that's where the trap door is by the pier? Okay. Do we have to go here somehow? Or is there a clue to this? Does this help me? Or does this go in here? Ah! That goes in there, doesn't it? That kind of fits perfectly in there. Okay. What are we seeing here? Dude, and there's this golden thing here too. Let's see if you guys can see anything there. Now that's where this was hidden initially. Yeah, that definitely fits in there perfectly. So that is meant to be in there. We have this golden thing here. We have this. Now, I mean, I'm thinking the holes here would line up to something, but there's nothing behind it, like message in those holes. So I don't know if that's just decorative. And the clue was, reading often helps to see more clearly. A good reading often helps to see more clearly. Folks, my camera stopped recording, but you didn't miss much. We lost some time, because at 30 minutes, my camera and I didn't pay attention to it. Fret not, we shall continue. I think we can assess that this fits in here. Now, the only other thing that I thought might work is this, because this is the last piece we're missing, right? We have the N, we have the squiggly line here from the antlers, and then we're missing the last letter here, which is going to be present on this thing. Now, this thing fits there, right? That kind of fits. So what if we put this in here? Oh. Okay, have a look into the golden grid. You won't be able to see it, but that golden grid reveals the letter E. So this letter here is present in that golden, hole there. So E would be the final one. So we have E, we got the squiggly line, and we got the N. And that is a no-go. That is not working. So let's make sure we have it all lined. It is lined up. That means one of these is wrong. The E, maybe it's wrong, but I feel like the E is probably correct. The N definitely is correct because you see it there. Now there's an M with a squiggly line and a normal N. The one with the squiggly line is there, but the normal N is the one that's circled. So it has to be this one here. Now, we chose... Which one was it? Where's the squiggly line? There. Ukpik, because of the antlers. Right? That makes sense to me. Had antlers here, antlers there. Yeah, that still makes sense to me. But doesn't seem to. So let's try a different one. Let's start from the center. We have an owl. I think that's an owl. Boom. And that spells tutuk, and it's got a moon. Yeah, I don't know if the drawings on the side of it have anything to do with the puzzle or if they're just decorative. I really don't. Hard to tell. We'll try the owl tutuk. which is a C. And that works. Okay. I'm not sure why that works. I'll be really honest here. I really thought the antlers was going to be correct. No idea why that would work. Because it's in the center? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think you have that part deciphered. I would love to know. Oh, we got a cool little box here. Oh, it's the village box. Oh, this goes here. Aha. We got something in here, folks. Oh. Was that the medallion or just a magnet? Yep, that was just a magnet. And this is a QR code? Part of a QR code? Do I have to... Have I finished the puzzle? Or do I need more QR codes? What's happening? This doesn't unfold? This is just a little slice. Look at me, I don't know how to disengage anything. What would you do? I'm kind of confused here. I have this sliver. There's got to be a place for me to put this QR code. Let me hit them up to see because I genuinely don't know. All right, I'll get back to you if I get a response. All right, folks. Apparently, I missed something crucial in the couch. Remember at the beginning it said, oh, don't forget to look for the letter. Aha. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Well done, Chris. This is probably going to make way more sense. Oh my God. I was certain you would manage to unlock my door, but this was only the first trial. I'll be brief. Failure is not an option. No, apparently not. Upon entering my atelier, self-destruction system for my lock-in was activated. Now, time is against you. Do not attempt to open my vault at random. 3 incorrect combinations. I would rather see it reduced to ashes than let it fall in the wrong hands. My vault opens with a combination of 3 symbols that you must find inside the home. Stay sharp. If doubt creeps in, know that I have left clues scattered throughout the workshop. First is hidden under the protection of Selene, the goddess of the moon. Ah, the moon. The moon symbol. This makes perfect sense why this works now. The second reveals when you discover the Inuit name of the animal engraved on the large table. Right. Tuk-tuk. Oh wait, the moon. So there's the moon here. There's the tuk-tuk. We had one of them here. Okay. Where was the third one? Oh yeah, this here. The third awaits you in my meditation sanctuary. Okay. Which is this here. I loved sitting on my couch, breathing, gazing out the window. Settle in. Be careful, the couch's armrest is fragile and tends to come loose. Perhaps you will see Tom Hat, the fisherman, always standing in the same spot on the pier. His hat always amused me, like a lone flower among the leaves of my plant. Maybe it's a sign. Observe the curves of the railing carefully. From the right angle, they may reveal hidden truths. So, okay, boom. I took that out. Right. Observe the curved angles. They may reveal. Well, I put that in, and it says his hat is really interesting. Why is his hat? Because his hat goes in the leaf there. Okay, that's just to line that up, I guess. Once you've found my lock-in, stay vigilant. This is not over yet. Place my creation back exactly where it belongs on the desk, and you'll find it's missing for the code. All right, so we can finally, you know, piece this together. Gosh, you know, this happens sometimes, folks. You know, I'm not a perfect puzzle solver, and I'd rather be honest with you in a puzzle solve, you know, than try to like fake some weird, you know, solve. So there you go. That's exactly what happened today. We brute forced 1 out of 3 things because out of confusion, not out of brute force, not because I wanted to brute force. I didn't know where I was going. So maybe I should have read more thoroughly. Boom. And that's it. System deactivated, and that is the end of it. All right, folks. I'll be honest with you here. Great puzzle. Favorite part for me when it opened, right? Revealing all of this, super cool. This was incredibly confusing because I didn't find this. You know, when it said Post-it note, I was looking here, and I was like, I don't see a phone anywhere. I wasn't quite sure. So when I found that drawer, I assumed that was the note. But then when I found this, you know, the phone back here, and I was like, boom, I was like, oh, this must be the note. So I didn't, and because I'm filming this from a top-down angle, I'm not looking at all of the little, you know, angles everywhere, and I would have seen that hidden right there, but that was, I guess, just part of filming. That's, I guess, part of the idea of filming these is, like, even if I had a second angle here, the angle would have been back here, and I probably wouldn't have seen that either. So, you know, there's a downfall to filming these puzzles versus just taking them in and solving them at home, which I always encourage. You know, don't take these solves for what they are, because if there's 2 or 3 of you, you would have seen that, and this would have been a much better solve for you than it was for me. So, although we got to the end, somehow I'm disappointed, not because of the puzzle, but because I didn't really solve it correctly, and, you know, it's a little lackluster. But that being said, I thought the elements were great. I thought, you know, this opening, the story was cool. The timer on the app was really nice. And if you want to check it out, I left the link below to their website. Do check them out, because they do make some pretty decent puzzles, and this would be a fun gift for anyone that enjoys puzzles. Thank you so much for watching. Let's put this back together. And there you have it. That is Lucia's book. Very cool puzzle, great packaging, great story, great little fun to solve. And that is it, folks. Thank you so much for watching the video and, you know, tuning in once again to another puzzle video. I do have another puzzle that I received that is quite elaborate, and this one's going to take probably multiple angles to film, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So we'll get into that very soon. Thanks for supporting the channel, checking out the poker sets that we had. I believe we're sold out at this point. If not, we're really close to being sold out. So thank you for that. And we'll see you guys very soon with another solve. Peace.